Hi everyone and welcome to today's class. We're going to be working on opening up the chest and shoulders today, and we're going to begin with some cat-cows. So come on to all fours, and on an inhale drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale to round the spine, tuck the chin to chest, getting straight into it today. Connect with your breath, and we'll find about 4 rounds here. Begin to send the breath all the way down the spine to the hips. Fill the belly with air on those inhales. And exhale, pull the belly in. Exhale it all out. Feel free to take any movement that feels good in these cat-cows, any variations, anything that will serve you today. And then come to a neutral spine. We'll sit up for thread the needle, ground through the right hand, lift the left, and then thread the left hand underneath, coming to rest on that left shoulder. You can extend the right fingertips to the front of the mat. Maybe finding a bind, taking the right hand behind you, reaching for the tights or shirt on the left side. And then release, reverse the motion, left hand reaches up and plant the left hand down. Inhale, reach the right hand up and exhale, thread it through, coming to rest on the right side. Taking whatever variation here that works best and feels best in your upper body. And then release wherever you are, bringing the left hand back under the shoulder. Inhale to reverse, reach the right arm up, and exhale, plant the hand down. Let's find some rocks here, rocking back and forth over the wrists, beginning to warm them up, beginning to feel into our small joints. And then turn the fingertips to face the long edge of the mat, rocking back and forth over the wrist here. And perhaps you stay there, or maybe bring the fingertips to face the body, forearms shine to the front of the room. And then releasing the hands, come back to sit on the heels for a moment, roll out the wrists. Sliding back onto all fours, we're going to press back, coming to downward facing dog. Let's find 5 breaths here. Bending the knees as much as you need. Melting the upper body towards the top of the thighs. Actively press through all 10 finger pads. Slowly straightening the legs a little more. And then walking the fingers back to the feet, coming to a forward fold at the back of your mat. Grab onto opposite elbows for ragdoll. And gently sway from side to side. giving the back of the legs some time to open up. Release the hands back down to the mat and slowly curl your way up to standing. Head comes last. Let's find a few shoulder rolls, drawing the shoulders up to the ears and then rounding them back down the spine. And then inhale, bring the hands overhead and then grab opposite elbows. So we're pulling the heart forward. Begin to bend over to the left, bend the knees as much as you need, and then round down through a forward fold, coming back up the left side. We'll take 2 more like that. Some people call these windmills or flowers. And give it whatever name you like, as long as it feels good. It's great in my books. And then we'll find 3 more on the other side, slowly rolling down the right, coming forward, and then coming up from the left side. Keep finding these circles, and then release the elbows. Bring the hands to interlace behind the back, and exhale, forward fold. Draw the hands up and away from you. Release the hands. Walk to the top of the mat, finding a high plank. Lower the knees, lower the chin and chest. Slide forward onto your belly and inhale, baby cobra. Exhale to release, and then pressing back through child's pose, let's meet in downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Inhale, sweep the left leg high, and then exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, press back for 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, cross the body, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee down. And then inhale for your low lunge. Bring the palms to touch. And then interlace all the fingers except the pointers. Reaching the chest open. And then release the hands to the knee. Find a deeper stretch through that right hip flexor. Begin to shift the weight back as you straighten the front leg, finding half splits, staying high on the fingertips, and slowly folding over top of the left leg. Bend forward back into the left knee, low lunge. Take a breath here. And then plant the hands to frame the foot. Lift the back knee, tuck the back toes. Finding runner's lunge, rock back and forth here a few times. And then planting the hands, step back to a high plank. Lower the knees, lower the chin and chest. Slide forward and inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Press back through child's and meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps high, three-legged. Exhale, nose to chin. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Cross it over to the left. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then exhale, step that foot forward. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. And inhale, rise up to low lunge. Interlace the fingers, but press the pointers together. Open the chest. Peel the shoulder blades back and down. Big breath in. And release the hands, taking them to the right knee. Bend a little more. Begin to shift the weight back as you straighten the right leg. Flex the right toes. And fold over the right leg. Allow the breath to remain steady. And then bend back into your low lunge. Press into the right knee. Take the hands to the mat, framing the front foot, and then lift the back knee, tuck the back toes for runner's lunge. Rock back and forth here. And then step back for high plank. Hold for a moment, and then lower the knees, chin and chest. Inhale, baby cobra. Peel the upper body off the mat. Exhale to release and press back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, roll high on the toes. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lower the knees and then sit back on the heels for child's pose. Find some full breaths here. Inviting energy in with our inhales and soothing the nervous system with our exhales. Gaze to the front of the mat and then slide forward, coming onto the forearms for Sphinx pose. Gentle back bend here. As you open the chest, lift the gaze. Release the pose, coming to rest on the forehead for a moment. And then pressing the left fingertips to the front of the mat. Bend the right knee and with the right hand reach round to grab onto the right ankle. Opening the chest here on the right side. Begin to lift the right knee off of the ground. Keep holding that right foot, but lower the knee back down to the ground. Pull the foot in closer to the seat for a quad stretch. Forehead can rest on the mat. And then releasing the right foot, extend the right fingertips to the front of the mat. Bend the left knee, reaching around to grab onto the left foot or ankle, and maybe lifting the left knee off of the ground. Pulling on the foot to open the chest and shoulder. Release the knee back down to the ground, release the foot. Take a breath, resting the forehead on the mat. And then press your way up through tabletop and come to a seat on the heels. Interlace the hands behind the back. Open the chest up. Draw the fists down towards the feet at the back of your mat. And release the hands. Come to stand on the knees. Bring the hands to the lower back. And exhale, begin to bend backwards. Supporting the lower back with the hands, only go to where you feel comfortable. And then release, come upright. Keeping the hands on the back. You're welcome to stay here and find that same pose, or perhaps come into camel if your shoulders and back allow for it. Grabbing onto the heels and finding a deeper back bend. Keep pushing the hips forward. Open the heart up. Wherever you are, come back to stand on the knees and sit back on the heels. Slowly releasing out. Let's bring the feet out in front of us, coming into a seated forward fold. Flex the toes, find a tall spine, and then begin to fold towards the shins, ankles, toes, or feet. Take a few breaths in this counter stretch. And release whatever you had a hold of. Come to a comfortable seat, or perhaps lie on your back for Shavasana. Wherever you are, we will take a twist, gazing back over the left shoulder if you're seated with me. And then finding the twist on the other side. Notice how the body's feeling right now in this present moment. And release the twist, come back to center. Allow the hands to rest wherever they like as you find 3 deep breaths. And bringing the hands to heart center. Let's find one thing we are grateful for today. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you have a beautiful day wherever you are, and I'll see you tomorrow.